G'day, Cappers. Actually, good evening, Cappers. How are we doing tonight? It is Wednesday eve of the President's Cup 2024 here. It's here, guys. We got our 5 matchups, 4 ball as predicted. Let's go with the players that are sitting. I kind of expected these guys to be sitting. If you look at the odds, actually, first I want to shout out to Pub Sports Radio and to BetStamp there, guys. Check them out. Pub Sports giving out all these free picks for you guys, and then BetStamp. If you want to find the odds, that's where you're going to go. So shout out to those two. I just want to get that out off the top. But sitting is Homa and Harman, who are bottom of the point getters for the Americans, and then bottom of the point getters for the internationals are also Hughes and Siwoo Kim, who are not going to be playing tomorrow in Montreal, where it is raining. It's still raining. It actually stopped raining, but they're supposed to get up to an inch of rain tomorrow. So it's going to be playing very soft, but they're not teeing off to 11:35. So they've already been saying the drainage is really good at this course, so there shouldn't be many issues. When it comes to the course tomorrow, a royal course, right? They're gonna have it done to the 9, so that's exactly what it is. Let's start off with going over these matchup bets, guys. 11:35 right off the top. Xander Scheffler and Tony Finau are gonna open it up for the Americans, going up against Bezuidenhout An and Jason Day. This matchup here. The odds, let's just check this out here, guys. I got one of my sites here, Data Golf. They're giving it a 52.8% chance to 34.4 for the international. So 52% chance, 12.7% half. Probably this is actually the heaviest favorite. Actually, no, there's one more that's a little heavier favored, but I do see Xander and Tony kind of getting this one done. On is playing some good golf here, guys. Let's just take a look at Ben on our site here. Where is he here? This is his second appearance too, guys. Played his first one in 2019. Didn't play 2022. But Ben On has been playing good golf right now. Solid approach, solid off the tee. It's his around the green game that has been struggling. So let's just take a look at Jason Day, just like all these nerds are doing for their analytical team. Strong putter. So the putter is really strong right now. Now this isn't a foursome where they got to go back and forth. This is a 4 ball. Getting little updates there. But anyways, the putter is really hot right now for Day. Around the green is actually quite strong too. So I think this would be a good foursome matchup here. I think it's going to be tough though to compete. These guys are going to be making, I think, a lot of pars between Finau and Xander. One of them are going to have to probably carry the load here on a Day. Not sure who that's going to be, but both golfers are playing quite well. Day actually had a 9th place at the Olympics. 13th at the Open this year. So he is playing really good golf, has the most amount of experience next to Adam Scott, who's in his 11th President's Cup, which is just wild to think. But yeah, Jason Day, Bezuidenhout An. I'm going to give this one to the Americans, guys. I do think they're gonna win this one. If you look at the odds right now, I'm seeing, you can take the 3 ball way here, minus 140. One book there, probably maybe get minus 135. Shop around BetStamp there, guys. But yeah, I'm going to give this one to Xander and to Finau. If I had to maybe change up, I don't even think I would change this up, to be honest. I think On and Day are going to be a solid pairing, but Xander and Finau it's going to be tough. I think you would need your top, Matsuyama, Connors, who's near the bottom here. We'll get to him. Minwoo Lee, Scott, Jason Day, and On. Put them up against maybe, Clark and Bradley. I'd like that a little more, but tough spot here with those two, Xander and Finau. Moving on to the next one here, 11:53. Giving them quite a bit of time in between. These tee times, about 20 minutes, is going to be Adam Scott and Minwoo Lee for the international team, guys, going up against Colin Morikawa and Sahith Theegala. Good little round of that. Morikawa and Theegala. Both guys are from California, actually, as well. And then on the other side, you got 2 players who are Australian, Minwoo Lee and Adam Scott. So this is going to be a really good matchup, guys. Looking at the lines right now, minus 110, plus 140 on the odds right now. Just looking at the 3-way, looking at the 2-way right now, I'm seeing plus 105, minus 125. That's minus 125 on the Americans, Morikawa and Theegala. Let's just take a look at this right now, guys. Those 2 golfers, though, Minwoo Lee and Scott off the top, guys. If you watched the show yesterday, I was saying those are 2 golfers I'm really high on. Him, Connors, who's actually a strong late, Pendrith, and I think it was Matsuyama. Or no, Scott. That was the other one I was really high on. So you have you have Scott and you have Minwoo Lee going up against, Morikawa, who has played quite a bit in these events. He has a decent record, but you're going up against Theegala, who's been talking quite a bit in his interviews there. He's going to be quite nervous on the first tee, but it's his short game that's really strong. On the other side here, Collin Morikawa is going to have to carry the weight. If Morikawa is not playing well, guys, this is going to be tough. Look, this is going to be, international, but that's kind of pulling at strings, in my opinion. He has looked really strong of late. Course comparisons too, I'm seeing here. He's checking off a lot of boxes too. So this matchup here, it's going to be tight. I wouldn't talk anyone off a draw here. I have a couple draws coming up, but I would give the slight edge to Minwoo Lee and Scott, just being more consistent. Scott's playing really good golf right now. And then, Morikawa and Theegala, they could win this one, after 16, or they could lose this one at 16, where I think Minwoo Lee and Scott are going to be a little more solid. This is one of their top two pairings I think they have here, guys. So don't feel as strong as this one as I do on Finau and Xander. I do think they're going to get that one done. Don't like the odds. A little, don't like laying minus 140 or more on a bet. But this Morikawa and Theegala and Minwoo Lee and Scott, I actually played, guys, plus 105. I got it at right now. Probably find a better line, but plus 105 on Minwoo Lee and Adam Scott to kind of even it out here. 1-1 after the first two matchups in 4-ball day one. Now day one, sticking to day one, but this is going to be the third matchup, guys. We got Henley and Scheffler. Scheffler's been with Burns, if you guys know, last year, even Ryder Cups. They played a lot together, but Furyk, who's the captain, I'll go over the captaincy as well. I just brought that up. It's going to be Furyk, guys, with Stuart Sink, Justin Leonard, and old Kevin Kisner. And on the other side here, the captain for the international team is Canadians' finest, Mike Weir, with Ernie Els, Trevor Immelman, Ogilvy, and then Camilo Villegas. So they got one more actual assistant captain there, but I really like the captain's Weirs he's got there. But sticking to the matchups, guys, Henley and Scheffler going up against Sungjae Im and Tom Kim. Now, I talked about the Australian 1-2 there with Lee and Scott. This is the Korean 1-2 punch right now. This is the bulgogi coming right at you here. Sungjae Im and Tom Kim. It's going to be a good matchup here. Now, Henley and Scheffler, it's going to play really soft, guys. So I would expect both of them darts right away. That's what Henley does. That's what Scheffler does. But I was listening, and Henley, he'd be a better foursome partner, people are saying, because his putter, he's 89th, or he's very average, if not middle to the middle end in birdies per 18 holes. That is his birdie average. So Scheffler is going to play, a lot of the weight's going to be on him. I would expect him to win, carry the load here, win more holes than not for the team. But, Sungjae Im and Tom Kim, that's where the energy is going to be. That's where it's been already, guys. So I'm going with the draw. 6-1 odds there, guys, on the draw here. I think it's going to be really tight. I wouldn't be surprised if Im and Kim win this, but Scheffler is going to be all game. He's only been just, cashing checks, signing checks all year long, right? So I'm going to stay off the who's going to win between the side here. I'm going with the tie. I really do think 6-1 odds, guys. It's worth it between these Sungjae Im, Korean's finest, and Tom Kim, and then Russell Henley and Scheffler. Put a little sprinkle there, plus 600 on that one there. Wyndham Clark and Keegan Bradley is going to be match number 4, 12:29 against Christian Bezuidenhout and Taylor Pendrith. Interesting matchup there from old Weirzy. He's got the bomber and Pendrith, guys. This guy's lethal off the tee. He needs to be good off the tee because Bezuidenhout, he's got a really good, strong short game, good touch around the greens. So between the two of them, and then the other side, you got Keegan Bradley and Clark. It's hard to say what you're going to get from them. A lot of high energy, though. On the other side there, Pendrith and Bezuidenhout, they're going to be a lot more relaxed, chilled. Pendrith will be pretty high vibes because it's in Canada, but Bradley and Clark, high emotion, probably be one of the louder pairings for the Americans at all 5 of them. Now, how they're going to play together, I think they're going to do pretty good. I couldn't choose this side here, guys. Let's go to the odds here real quick, see what they were. Two-way is minus 108 for Pendrith and Bezuidenhout, and minus 112 I'm seeing here on Clark and Bradley. So really tight matchup here. The draw could be in play. I would give a slight edge here, though, to to the Americans and Bradley and Clark, but it could go either way. This one's a real toss-up here. This is pretty much the decider. If one of the, excuse me, if internationals win this one, I think they're going to be up after day one. Now, if they lose this one, they could lose it by about a point, or if not, a full point in match 4. Really good matchup. Now, the last matchup here, this is another powerhouse, probably the top players on both sides. That's Patrick Cantlay, who's going to be real good this week, guys. Really high on Cantlay for the Americans. Played really well in the Northeast. Seemed already in his interviews there. He just knows what to say. He seems like he's going to figure out the course quicker than most, right? So Cantlay and Burns. Burns, we're talking about him with Scheffler. They put him with Cantlay, deadly combination. But on the other side, you got Canada's dart slinger. That's Corey Connors. And then, the finest Japanese player that's ever came out of Japan. That's Hideki Matsuyama. So this is going to be a powerhouse. 12:47, last matchup of the day here at the President's Cup, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm going with another draw, guys. I really am going to go with another draw here. Final matchup, too. It's going to be tight. A lot's going to be on the line on this last matchup, and I think it's going to go right down to the wire, down to 18. So give me another draw, 6-1. 6-1. Gotta love those. So we hit one of them between Burns and Cantlay, Connors and Matsuyama, draw 6-1. We got one more in match number 3, guys. Henley, Scheffler, and Kim, Korea's finest. And Henley and Scheffler. We're taking the draw as well, 6-1. And then I do think Min Lee and Scott have a shot at plus money as well, plus 105 two-way, that is, on them to take down Morikawa and Theegala, guys. So that's going to be the bets. Oh, the line just moved actually on the other side there for the last bet I just gave out. Minus 130 now, plus 110 on Min Lee and Adam Scott. So that's interesting. Moving quick actually on the other side there. I think they're going to be good now. Min-Woo Lee just needs to keep this in play tomorrow. That's going to be a big thing. People are high on Min-Woo Lee. His short game is nasty. Adam Scott is playing really good golf. It's going to be a good matchup, but it's funny to see this. The line has moved a little bit in Morikawa and Theegala, guys. So, there's the matchups for you. Would I change anything? No, not really. Maybe Hughes, throw Hughes in there. Maybe take up Bezuidenhout to have the Canadians together. But other than that, that would pretty much be it. Excuse me. One more little update for you guys. PGAtour.com. Max Homa just fired his coach, his swing coach. They've been together for a long time, and can you blame the guy? It's been a tough year. He says, it's time for change. It's unfortunate. Mark there, part of the family, but it's just what it comes down to, right? So Homa's going in here too with a brand new swing coach, if not no swing coach, right? So should be interesting, guys. I got some shenanigans going on over there, so I'm going to have to let you guys go. But I just gave it all those picks. We'll go over them one more time here. We got 2 draws, plus 600 on Henley and Scheffler, Kim, and M. And then we also have a plus 600 draw as well on Connors and Matsuyama and Cantlay and Burns. And then, I got plus 105. It's now plus 114, though, on Scott and Min-Woo Lee. Shop around, though, guys. BetStamp. Check them out. Get the app. And then also in Pub Sports Radio, guys. If not golf, they got everything from UFC, NFL, daily shows, fantasy shows, you name it. Check it out as well there, guys. Pub Sports Radio. So that's going to be it for today's short card for you guys. I'll try and give one as well tomorrow. We're going to have the foursomes tomorrow. See how we do in the card tomorrow as well with these round 1 bets, guys. Should be interesting. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys next time for some golf talk. Be good. Till then.